on this journey, one of the first things I came across was something called the Flexner report, Flexner, the Flexner report. What's the Flexner report? Around 1910, Abraham Flexner, who was a Washington bureaucrat, was charged with touring the country and basically inspecting and evaluating all the different medical schools. Back then, there were mainstream medical schools, but there were a lot of ancillary type medical fields that had a school, the school of electrotherapy, so forth. Some of them were reasonable, some of them were complete quackery. So they wanted to, and some med schools were good, some med schools were below average. So there was an altruistic goal here in that they wanted to consolidate medical education, get rid of the bad med schools, get rid of the quackery. But there was an evil, sinister plot at hand, and this is not a conspiracy theory. Although Carnegie's name is in the title of the report, it was actually Rockefeller's money that was behind it. You see, John Rockefeller had bought a pharmaceutical plant in Germany, and he realized and learned the vast number of medications one can make that are petroleum-based. John Rockefeller, the oil man, right? Petroleum. So what this Flexner report did is they basically bribed the medical schools, if you will. But they went to the med schools and they said, I'm paraphrasing, here's the curriculum you're going to now teach. You will no longer teach traditional homeopathic or holistic remedies. In fact, those faculty were kicked off staff, or were blackballed and blacklisted, and no longer could contribute to the education of a doctor or healthcare provider. And what you're going to teach is science-backed, petroleum-based drugs are the way to go, the way to treat patients. So that was a massive paradigm shift in the medical system in this country. Now, I don't know if it's a coincidence or not, but 30 years later, we started seeing big rises in the rates of cancer. So as I was saying, big paradigm shift in medical education, but more importantly than that is what it did and how it translated to how doctors practice medicine and how we prescribe medicines. I know there are forces at play that aren't always out for what's best for us, but when I read about this, I was so mad. And I don't know if I was more mad about the fact that I had never heard of it until 3-4 years ago. I think it's absolutely crazy. I think all doctors, all medical students should be told this from the get-go, because at the very least, it tells you, question things, be a critical thinker. Don't just take what's told you as face value and that's the truth. There are a lot of aspects of our healthcare in this country that are absolutely wonderful. I don't know about you, but I wouldn't want to go anywhere else for my open heart surgery, but right here, my knee replacement, my shoulder replacement, whatever they may be, would you really want to go to another country for that? So why are some of our statistics so poor in this country? I say it's not because of the doctor's ability, nurse's ability, hospital's ability to take care of people. It's because we as a society in America have become significantly chronically ill. There's an obesity epidemic in this country. There is a chronic illness epidemic in this country. That's why our statistics are so poor, not because the healthcare can't tackle and take on the job. So with that being said, that's the side of the equation we can work on. That's the side of the equation we have influence over. We can make decisions about our food, about our health, our well-being, do we exercise or not? What do we drink? What other environmental toxins we might be exposed to? We have control over a lot of that. So that's what I want to focus on, is what can we do to make things better? You know, there's just a lot of flaws in what we've been taught and told. So I want to crack those open and talk to you about them. And again, I want you to join me on my journey.